Welcome to Purpose Conversations. Welcome to Purpose Conversations. A very good evening to you. Welcome to Purpose Conversations, a community of highly driven leaders and entrepreneurs. A community of highly driven leaders and entrepreneurs. We are so excited tonight. We are here one more time to talk to you about purposeful parenting. I want to believe that you enjoyed last week's session. Last week's session was amazing. Last week's session was great. The conversation was so amazing. We have learned so much about purposeful parenting. I don't know about you, but I was a student myself of purposeful parenting, and there's a number of things that I've taken home with me, and I am so excited that we are back, and I believe that you are going to learn more tonight from Purposeful Parenting. We are wanting to welcome you tonight to Purpose Conversations. This is a community of entrepreneurs. This is a community of authors. This is a community of coaches. This is a community of mentors. This is a community of speakers. This is a community of highly driven leaders and entrepreneurs. And I am so excited to be here tonight to come and have this conversation together with you. Are you ready, my leaders? Are you ready, my entrepreneurs? I am not alone tonight. I am not alone tonight. I'm with the beautiful, purposeful parenting coach. I'm with the beautiful, purposeful parenting coach. But before I let her in, let me just briefly tell you who I am. I know you know, but let me just help you and tell you who I am and what I do. I'm Dr. Mabel Baloyi, and I am the online business coach, strategist, and monetization expert. I'm a course creator, and I have trained a lot of coaches, and I have coached a number of people to gain clarity of purpose and to tap into their expertise and monetize. And tonight, the lady that I am going to bring on stage now is the very same person that have walked the journey with me, and she found out what her real passion in life is, what her real purpose in life is. And I'm just gonna get her in right now, and you must just get yourselves ready. In the meantime, please do grab your notebook and your pen, because hey, she can deliver. She can deliver. Grab your notebook, grab your pen, so that you can actually grasp everything that she's going to be sharing with us tonight. And she is none other but Coach Hope Khoza. We are streaming on Reign in Your Purpose with Mabel Baloyi. We are also streaming on YouTube at Mabel Baloyi. We are on Pastor Mabel Baloyi. We are also on Coach Hope Khoza. It's Fulufelo Khoza on Facebook. Make sure that you are found on any of these platforms so that you can engage with us. This is the night that the Lord has made, and we are going to rejoice in it. This is the night that the Lord wants us to learn one or two things about purposeful parenting. And I'm so excited to have our beautiful coach here. And I want to give her some few minutes again just to tell us about herself one more time, in case we have people that are with us today that were not with us last week. Let them know who Coach Hope Khoza is. Coach, over to you, please. Just for a little bit, tell us about Coach Hope Khoza. And welcome tonight to Purpose Conversations.
Thank you so much, my coach. Thank you that we are back once again tonight. I do believe that people who were there last week are continuing with us tonight, and we are highly expectant. We are excited to do this once again. Nothing is more pleasurable than living out your purpose, my coach. And we did have a very much great feedback from our last session that we had last week. And just to introduce myself, I am the Purposeful Parenting Coach, Coach Hope Khoza, and I am from the Parenting Hub. In the Parenting Hub, we nurture growth through healing of individuals, of families, into healing and purpose discovery. And what we do, what our passion is that we want families to live in unity, celebrating their uniqueness and their diversity. Because one thing that we have learned is that there is a place where we experience most trauma, which is less talked about, and that is the family. So the purposeful parenting is here to offer healing to that, because it's not so easy for people to even open up about wounds that occur behind closed doors as children. Receiving, and even as parents, because sometimes even parents do receive a lot of challenges in their parenting journey. So as the Purposeful Parenting Coach, we are here to say that we're here to offer healing to individuals, both parents and children. And we wish that all parents do discover their purpose for them to parent each and every child, because we believe that every child is unique. Every child has their own purpose. Therefore, a parent should be so intentional in parenting each and every one of their children. And in our platform, in the Parenting Hub, there are various programs that we offer, of which I'm sure that we will get into that when the time for that comes. I'm sure that we will get into that when the time for that comes. But then, in short, that is what I can say, that that's what we offer in the Parenting Hub, my coach.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach Hope. And I believe that we now have a clear understanding of who Coach Hope is and what she's about. I'm picking up some things already, things that are challenging my mind. When you say that there are wounds behind every closed door, wounds behind every closed door, and these wounds are found in families, I realize that, you know, we may be prioritizing certain things in life. We may be prioritizing our education. We may be prioritizing our ministries for those of us that are in ministry. We may be prioritizing our businesses for those of us that are running businesses. We may be prioritizing our relationships with others. But there is something that we are not actually aware of that is happening in our families. We don't know about the wounds that are there in our families behind closed doors. And now the Parenting Hub is here to help us to open those closed doors, to find those wounds, and to help the families to heal and to discover their purpose. And what I like is that you are now saying that the families, the parents must discover their purpose. Parents, this is one important thing that I believe that a lot of people are taking it for granted. You and I, Coach Follow, knows how much more do we dig to find purpose. We know how many tools we have used to find purpose and to be clear about our purpose. We know how many stories we told and how much we cried when we tell these stories, just to make sure that we understand, why are we here? Why are we on this earth? And a lot of people out there, Coach Hope, I'm telling you, they don't know what their purpose in life is, but they think they do. And some who know, they're not sure what their purpose in life is. So you are saying tonight that it is very much imperative that parents should know their purpose. Oh, what a pleasure to have a purpose-driven parent, a parent who is driven by purpose. And you're also saying children must have purpose. So everybody in the family must have purpose. Thank you so very much for that introduction. That is already loaded. The introduction is already loaded, it's powerful. So, my coach, I know and I've seen a video, an advert going around that you are busy launching something. What exactly are you launching? Tell us about it.
Thank you, my coach. We have a very serious launch coming up on the 31st of April. That will be next week, Tuesday. We have been preparing for it. We are highly expectant because in that launch, that is where we will be officially open for business in the Parenting Hub. That is where our programs would be displayed to everyone, and we'll be launching a number of things on that day, which would be elaborated fully then. And we will be saying that parents, families, make sure that you do not miss. There would be giveaways that would be there on that day. And what we want to do is that to firstly, let's raise awareness for people to understand what purposeful parenting is, because sometimes it's not only about people coming in and saying, okay, I want to buy a certain product in the Parenting Hub, but it's also to spread the message of saying, how intentional are you with whatever that you do, and how much time do you spend with your children, and what's the outcome of the time that is spent? Because really it comes down to what we do with the time that we spend together as families, and what would come out, let's say, even in memory, in retrospect, what would your children really treasure when they look back? So that is where we will be fully looking at the Parenting Hub, and all of us that are there for our families. We have programs especially for children, we have programs for parents, and we have programs that help the families as a whole, because we both play part. It's not only about the parents, the children, they are individual, my coach. You know, it's funny how we have our own childhood memories, yet when we look at children, we look and we think so lowly of them, and we think that they'll never grow up.
Mm,
Yet we are where we are because of
mm,
how we were raised. We parent the way that we parent because of how we were raised. And someone can say, no, I am doing the opposite of what my parents did. That opposite that you are doing is influenced by the parenting that you received, and you know the consequences of parenting your child either way. So we have programs that are there for children as well, so that we can help both parties to have a mutual understanding and to come to a place where the communication that is there, you know, the results that are desired should really come out. The children should really also come out to be free, to be expressive with their parents, and the parents should also allow the children such a platform for them to say, express yourself how you want. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to listen to you. Can I be your friend? You know, because sometimes as parents, we feel that all that we have to do is to put in these laws and say, make sure you follow my rules because it's my house. And, you know, sometimes it's really intriguing, my coach, how much one can really learn from just listening to their children, no matter the age. And you find that
mm.
we really learn a lot. So in the Purposeful Parenting Hub, we will be launching, and there will be so many programs that will be explained on that day, as far as parents are concerned, and children as well, even families as a whole, because we want to cater for everyone. Some of our parenting styles, we received them due to, or we are using them as a result of childhood traumas. You know, it means that now I have, as an adult, to go back to my childhood traumas and heal from those experiences, then come back now as an adult to say, what did I learn from that, and how do I move on, my coach?
Yeah, yeah, powerful stuff right there. And you know, when you say we are where we are because of how we were raised, that's a powerful statement right there. That when I look myself in the mirror, when I look at the things that I do, when I look at how I respond to life, when I look at how I communicate with others, when I look at how I handle situations and how I deal with problems, it says a lot about my background, whether I like it or not. There are things from background, the way I was raised, that informs the way I respond to the world around me, the way I respond to people, the way I communicate with people, the way I look at life. My whole outlook about life is informed by how I was raised. And sometimes it's very difficult for other people, if they were not raised properly, to actually win the battle, to get out of some of the things that are not good about their upbringing. It becomes difficult for them to transform, to get out of that situation. And if we were able to move from that and become better people, I mean, some of us probably, we were not even supposed to amount to anything. We were not even supposed to amount to anything, but because God is a gracious God, because God is a God of love, he gave us his grace, and he gave us the opportunity to actually meet Jesus Christ, you know. And when we got saved, some things were dealt with. When we got saved, things in our lives that were not good were dealt with. So we thank God for Jesus. We thank God for salvation, because as Coach Hope is saying, we are who we are what we are because of how we were raised. This is ringing a bell to us. This is saying to us as parents that we need to be careful how we raise our children. And the Bible do tell us that we must raise up a child in the way that he should go, so that when they grow up, they don't turn away, or they don't forget the ways that you have taught them. It is very much important that we look into that, and we make sure that our parenting is purposeful. Our parenting is guided by the principles and the precepts of the Word of God. Our parenting is the type of parenting that is giving glory to God. All right. So we must be purposeful about our parenting. Our coach has been kicked out, but I'm sure she will be able to come back in again so that we can continue with the conversations. But whilst she's away, I just want to explain, because we are saying to you that you need to be a purposeful parent. We are saying to you that you need to be a purposeful parent. And for you being a purposeful parent, you need to find your purpose. So my coach is back. You're going to miss out on what I was going to share with you whilst she was out. Whilst she was out, she's back. So I'm not going to share that. I was going to share it because she was away. Coach, you are back, and I wanted you to tell us what exactly is the problem that purposeful parenting is solving. What are you solving? Why purposeful parenting? Why the parenting hub? What is the need for that? Why do we need it? What is our problem? What is our problem? Why are you creating a hub for us? Which of our problems are you trying to solve? Which of our problems? Are we having problems, my coach? Are you saying that we are bad in our parenting? Tell us, my coach, which problems or what problems, even if you don't tell us all, but maybe one or two will do that. What is the problem with our parenting?
Thank you, my coach. Yeah, that's a very interesting one. Absolutely relevant, because some might be attending because of curiosity, to say, do
Mm.
I really need a coach for me to parent my children? Do I need services from the parenting hub? Bana ba ke ba ka, I know how to raise them and I will raise them.
Right.
And you know, one thing
Exactly.
that has, yeah, that has really inspired me to even take the route of choosing to be a parenting coach is that I realize how little parents are aware of how their behavior impacts their children.
Ish.
The fact that we have children, we feel it's my right to do whatever, and I'm obliged to. This one is a younger one, they depend on me for everything. Therefore, I should just call the shots and that's it. And I have never been asked in my
Mm,
life by my parents to say, how do you feel about this? And my coach,
mm.
I have been having an opinion and I still have it even now, even though I haven't been asked. The opinion differs with the experiences. You know, some experiences were so hateful to me, yet they were not intending to hurt me. Some
Mm.
of the experiences are experiences that I say to myself, when I have children, I would never do that to my own kids.
Never. Yeah.
And me being the firstborn, you find that I'm looking at the chain continuing to other children. And parents feel that because they're parents, they should have everything figured out. And they fall into huge frustration when they realize that they sometimes don't have everything figured out. And because children are
Mm,
different, maybe the one can respond positively to the same parenting style and the other one rebels, and parents are frustrated. We are right now living in a place where there is so much high depression rate, and
mm,
children cannot talk to parents because there isn't such a platform.
mm.
Parents wish to know the deepest secrets of their children. Am I right, my coach?
Yeah.
And you know, the biggest question is, what kind of environment do you have at home that will cater for me as a child to come to you and be completely transparent? And as much as the answer
Mm,
to from parents is a yes, I'm not sure if parents are ready to hear the children. Because as far as how far the children have went with life, we might really not be aware. Because you know, you find that you live with a child who is so much channeled in a way that they just do what you want them to do in the house, yet they cannot wait to get out of that gate each and every day so that they go and
mm,
be with people whom they feel, these people understand me, these people listen to me. I mean, who doesn't want to be loved? Who doesn't want to be listened to? Many children feel that they are not loved by their parents. Many parents feel that I am where I am because I'm literally sacrificing everything for the sake of my children. So you find that the parents and the children, they are on totally different pages. What the child would experience as a trauma or would explain to you as a trauma, to the parent, they don't even get what is traumatizing about that. Why are you not appreciating the fact that I'm paying for your tuition fee? Because some parents are still with that thing of saying, me being a parent, it means I must provide their basic needs, the basic needs of my children. So if their basic needs are met, it means I'm a good parent. Yet children have emotional needs as well. So the parenting hub is here because we want to conscientize parents of especially the emotional needs that children have, the emotional support that children need, you know, and that gap that is there in families of people to say, can we close that bridge? Can we close that gap? Because how painful is it for you to go and find out that your child is going through something through their friend, through a neighbor, through someone in the community, and you wonder, I sleep in this house every day. Why didn't you talk to me? You know, so as a parenting coach, I want to deal with that elephant in the house that is scaring either the child or the parent from talking. Because you find that you are with a child, but you really don't have a relationship. It's just that you are family and you are living together, and there's nothing more beyond that. Even simple questions to
Mm,
say, what is your child's favorite color? Some people don't even know. Some don't even care. They're like,
mm,
why should I know their favorite color? Because patela school fees. So parenting is
mm,
beyond. It goes beyond providing for those basic needs of children, or for certain needs, because sometimes, especially as a black people, you know, especially those who come from poor backgrounds, they feel that if I get my child the best education and I stay in a more comfortable house than the one that I was raised in, it means that I have achieved.
mm,
Children now, they're looking for their children's what do you call it? For their children's presence. They want companionship in their parents. They are not getting that because parents are busy, you know, and the focus right now is on balancing with this imbalance in the socio-economic status which is happening in the country. Parents are working hard for them to accumulate money, but they are not working hard for them to train these children of theirs to say, if I leave you with this legacy, at least let me build your character as well. Parents are investing less in the characters of their children. So that is why we are here, my coach.
wow. So, wow. So you're saying children are having problems and parents are having problems.
Yes.
Children are having problems because parents don't know how much their behavior is impacting on their children. And just because they are parents, they can behave anyhow. The children will not punish them. The children will not beat them. And this reminds me that sometimes you find that children, when they are now wanting to punish their parents, because they can't beat their parents up, they then do things, they decide to do things that are going to make their parents feel bad, you know so you are actually saying to us that we need to look into the issue of parenting. We must look at our behavior as parents. We must not think that children are not looking at us, the way we behave, the way we do things. Children are looking, children are learning from us. We are modeling this thing that we are doing, and unfortunately, because we are modeling it, children will live and get married and go and practice the same thing. And the more children practice the parents' behavior, the more we have homes that have got wounds, the more wounds behind closed doors in families.
Yes.
So you are saying something that is very serious, that as parents, we need to relook at ourselves, how we behave, because just because we are parents, it does not mean that we can do things anyhow and not care about how our children feel about it. It is us that sometimes are pushing our kids to doing the things that we really did not wish for them to do, but they end up doing them because they're looking for answers. So, and children are very much uncomfortable in their homes. They can't wait until they go out so that they can live their lives, so that they can be themselves. It's very, very much important that we take stock, my beloved parents. Those of you that are joining us, take stock. Make sure that you visit the Parenting Hub. Make sure that when you do it, you're not only doing it for yourself, but you are doing it for your children. You're doing it for the future. You're doing it for the community, because we all want to raise children that are actually going to be better than us. But if we raise children that are going to be worse than us, then we are really, really messing up the world. So these things that Coach Hope is saying, I don't know if we ever think about them. I never think about it, how my behavior is impacting on my daughter's life. I do try to be a model, to model to bring before her eyes a portrait of a biblical, God-fearing woman so that she can try and live according to those standards, according to the principles and the precepts of the Word of God. But in hindsight, I'm thinking that there could be things that I do, certain behaviors that I'm not even aware of, that I am actually, embracing, and my child is looking and she doesn't like it. It's not impacting on her positively. And I think it is a call for communication, a call for communication between parents and children, to just have a talk, so that we can find out what is it that we are doing wrong. And our children also may be able to find out what is it that they are doing wrong. So, my coach, with these problems, children are having a problem, parents are having the problem. What is the solution? What one solution do you have for us? How can you help us?
Okay, my coach. In the Parenting Hub, we have programs that are designed for both children and parents, so that
Mm,
we help deal with communication, because that is
yeah,
one of the root causes of misunderstandings, misinterpretations, assumptions, and we really cannot build anything solid out of such. Because one would say, I thought mama wanted me to be old school. Since I didn't want to be old school, I decided to
yeah.
do otherwise, you know. And you would
Mm,
think,
mm,
I'm assuming my child is just rebellious, and no one gives the other benefit of the doubt. No one initiates that important and much needed conversation to say, can we sit down, mama? What are your intentions? I don't understand you telling me to do 1, 2, 3. What is it that you wish to actually attain in me doing that? And then you explain, because sometimes we become so much overprotective of history repeating itself in our children, especially as something that was bad, something that was so hateful. We overprotect our children to make sure that nothing like what we went through, they should go through as well. And you find that when we communicate that in bits and pieces. We don't fully explain to say, this is why I don't want you to do this. You know, let me just give an example of a mother who has been raped in their teenage years. And when they remember that that incident happened around 7 p.m., the mother would most likely, if especially if they are not healed, they would make sure that 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, their daughter is in the house. If she dares comes a little bit late, or in by for any reason, when it's a little bit dark, the mother will be so overworked. The mother will be such a project for the child to be able to deal with, and the child will be wondering, what is wrong? I only came back 30 minutes after, 15 minutes after my curfew time. Now, what is wrong? And mama is worked out, but mama is not saying that I once went through a trauma around this time of the night. I need you under my watch by that time. And imagine how much worked out as a woman you would be because of the fear
mm,
of your past. And if we
mm,
miscommunicate such things, and if the child feels that, you know what, I don't like what my mother is doing, and I just want to show her that she won't force me. The day that she comes back at 8 p.m., I'm telling you, she will find you on the floor. You will be a patient. After she comes back, you would literally go to hospital, because you would have gone through so much emotions of your past. Because when you did not heal from what you went through, and when the
mm,
child comes back and she's like, what's the big deal, mama? And your life is the big deal. Her life is the big deal. Her safety is the big deal. That's the ultimate for you. You want to make sure that this child listens to you so that what happened to you doesn't happen to them. But you are not sharing the whole truth to say, this was my experience. I don't want what I went through for you to go through the same. Instead, we'll be saying children of nowadays think they are more clever than us, they are more intelligent than us, and that is not effective communication. That one day where you would sit down with your daughter to say, this is what I went through. Showing our children us, scars is sometimes the best way for us to really deal with them, so
Mm,
that they then understand, why does mama get worked out around this issue?
mm,
Because you find that your child enjoys going out late. The child will be inside the house the whole day. I'm telling you, you will die of trauma, and you will say the child is the problem, and the child will say mama is the problem. Just because no
mm.
one can start that important conversation to say what is actually wrong. So communication, my coach, is one of the things that are really lacking, because no one explains to the other why this,
Mm.
and the other doesn't have a chance to explain, to say why he or she cannot fully execute in the manner that the parents are expecting.
My dear parents, I think you need to book yourself a session at the Parenting Hub. I almost said the Parenting Hospital. Oh my God. Coach Hope, I think that parents must book themselves a session. I mean, even if it can be one session, my coach, where you are going to analyze the situation at home and and pick up on the gaps and try to work with that parent to close that gap. I mean, the things that you are talking about, oh, we have taken them, we have put them behind us, but they are not necessarily behind us because they are triggers. So when those triggers are coming in, we frustrate everybody around us. We frustrate our children. So a child is just coming back home 15 minutes late. And it could be that, what they were doing overlapped, right? She or he could not make it for 7 p.m. at home. Or if your child is a grown-up child and he or she is driving, maybe she just had a bit of a problem puncture or a slow puncture, and she went into the garage. She found the queue. She was waiting for for the wheel to be fixed, and then she comes home 15 minutes later, and you are so mad, at this child because you are doing what? You are being triggered. 7 p.m. is triggering you. 7 p.m. is reminding you the pain that you went through at that particular time. Now you are seeing a movie in front of you. When your child is not there, you are seeing that very same movie. At that time, you are thinking, this thing that happened to me is happening to my child right now, where my child is. So it's really, really a serious, serious challenge. And what I like is that you have you have, is it an honors in psychology? You have honors in
Yes,
psychology.
yes, my
That
coach,
is
I
a
have
class.
an honest degree. Yeah.
You have honors in psychology, you're a certified coach, you have put together solutions for parents, solutions for us. The world at large has got problems. In our parenting, we have problems in our parenting, and we don't even see, we don't even know, like you were saying last week, that when we are toxic parents, we are not even aware of that. We don't even know that we are toxic parents. We don't know. So we are with our children, with our families, but we have the fear of the past. the fear of the past. If we were hurt by men before, anything that happens, we are referring to what happened in our lives. We don't take what is happening in our children's life as something new. We are always linking it to, sometimes we might just make our children not to succeed in life because we are stuck in our pain, and we want our children to park there with us. We want them to park there with us where we are stuck. My beloved parents, the Parenting Hub will be opening and launching soon. Make sure that you find a way there. Even if you think you are a good parent, just go for an assessment. Let the psychologist, ask you some few questions. Let the psychologist, the coach, the certified coach, just engage you and find out what is going on behind closed doors in your family. There are wounds that you don't even know about. The wounds that you will actually try to think about, but what actually happened? I thought I'm a good parent. I thought I'm doing my parenting right. What's wrong with this child? I heard Coach Folu says sometimes we are old school. We are old school, and we want our kids to behave the old school way in 2024 in this digital age. Hello, 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 hello. This is a digital age. Things have changed a lot. They are not like the time we were born, but we always want them to behave old school. And what happens? Coach Hope says they now end up um, looking for new options. They look for new options. They look for what is it that they can do. And then we as parents, we interpret it as rebellion. Yeah, indeed, we are having a problem. We need somebody to help us. Yes, I see all these other things that we are getting help from, but we definitely, definitely need to go and get help. There's no school for parenting, no school. All of us, we just hit the ground running, and we did whatever that we did. Some of us, we copied from our parents some toxic things, and we tried to apply them in our children's lives, which is not right, which is not good at all. Now we have the Parenting Hub. Please do make sure that you follow Coach Hope on Facebook. She's Purposeful Khoza on Facebook. Go and follow her so that you can be updated with each and everything that she is doing. My coach, let's tell them when the launch is coming. When is the launch? What is the date of the launch?
Okay,
and what
coach.
time?
All right. We are having the launch next week, Tuesday. That will be the 31st of April. And our time, we will use same time as today, which is 18 hours. And that is where we will be meeting. And then they should connect with us on YouTube, Coach Hope Khoza. YouTube is Coach Hope Khoza. And on Facebook, we will be live as well. The Facebook account there is Purposeful Khoza. On Facebook, it's Purposeful Khoza. 16 hours sharp, we would be on. And of course, I would be with the only coach that I know with so much professionalism who has cooked us thus far. That's Coach Mabel Baloyi. Please make sure that you come and catch us. And yes, uh, don't miss it, because I remember that when I came in the in Reigning Your Purpose, I thought I got it all. And she just showed me that no, you still need more work. So I would really encourage people to just do the purpose call. It's free, mahala, and then you take it from there. Maybe you might end up like me and you end up enrolling. So let's really make sure that we do attend. And I would like to encourage that even if it's just for information, let people attend, because really it doesn't kill for us to have ways that we can improve our families. I always say people have so much time to build businesses, to build empires, to do wealth creation, wealth accumulation. How much more are our families important to us? I believe that our families are at the top. So let us make sure that we attend so that we can be empowered and really be inspired for us to be more intentional and purposeful in our families, my coach.
Wow, 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 wow. 31st of April, 6
Yes,
p.m. Don't miss
yes, my
it. We
coach.
will be on both YouTube and we will be on Fulufelo Khoza's page on Facebook. Don't miss it because the coach is going to go deeper. The coach is going to train you. The coach is going to coach you. Hey, free coaching, free virtual coaching. Don't miss it. I beg you, don't miss it because that's the day today and last week. She was just giving us a little bit, but on Tuesday, she will be coaching us parents. I am urging you, I am calling you. I want you to make a date with Coach Hope on that day. Make a date, have a date with her so that you can hear her coaching. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think we are going to really enjoy the time and we are going to learn a lot. And coach has just said that, she came to Rain in Your Purpose thinking, hey, she's together. And like she's a psychologist and she's a pastor, and she's been pastoring and she's been doing women's conferences. And she was thinking, oh, I'm okay. Everything of mine is in order. And then she came to Rain in Your Purpose and she realized, I thought I've got it all. I need to do some work. And I've been with Coach for quite a while. I'll be lying if I can say a year because it's not just a year. It's not just a year, it's more than a year that we've been together. And this is why she is a purposeful parenting coach. You see, and that's what we come up with. That's what we discover. We didn't even come up with because as she was doing whatever the homeworks that she was given, then she discovered these things. That is why we have a level of discovery. You discover, and that level is deep. You really discover. After you have discovered, let me tell you a secret. You run on your lane. You are keeping your lane. As you can see, this is her lane. I've not heard of purposeful parenting. I've not heard of purposeful parenting coach. Never heard of that. But my coach, I promise you, those that following trends, hear me. Those that are following trends, you will see them. You will see purposeful parenting coach somewhere else. And it's because there are people that don't want to invest in themselves and do the job so that they can come out being unique. What you're doing is very unique. The things that you are saying are opening my eyes. And I know that we had conversations about them in the sessions, but I don't think I really grasped them like I'm grasping now. I don't think I grasped them like I'm grasping now. Because at the time, I was focusing on you becoming that which you want to become. So all of these things that you are saying, you may have said them, but hey, right now they're blowing my mind that these are the problems that we are experiencing in our homes. So my coach, I want people to come to purposeful parenting so that you can solve their problems. On the other hand, I also have problems that I'm solving. If they want to come to Rain in Your Purpose, there's the link there at the bottom. You just book your session, my darling. Just book your session with me. I do the following, but I truly help people to discover, to activate what they have discovered, and to monetize. Those are the things that I do. And how I do them, I help them to put together programs, for monetization purposes. I help them to write ebooks, mostly ebooks, and others are writing, they are also producing hardcover books. And I help them to start their purpose-driven businesses. Most of them came to Rain in Your Purpose. All of them, actually, I mustn't say most. All of them, all of my coaching students came without having a business, and they leave Rain in Your Purpose with a business, with a course, with a book, with speaking engagements, with all of those things. They become, influencers, people who are impactful within the community. But that was not really more about me. It was about my coach here. She is launching on the 31st. Please join us. Coach, tell us who should attend. All of us. Everybody should come.
Okay, my coach. The invite would be so beautiful if it can be honored by families. You know, if they can just put us on screen as they do when they watch other TV programs, and they just reserve that hour or so just to invest in their family. So we need children. Children are welcome because there might be things that they hear which they feel like sharing with parents and saying, Mama, I think I want to be better. I want to improve. I want to learn more.
Right,
I want
right.
to be a better person, because
Yeah.
we also do coaching for children as well. And then we also highly expecting parents to be there. I mean, we live in such a busy world. We have so
Mm.
little time with families. Usually we go back home to literally sleep, to just rest. And so we need even those busy parents, we need them on the 31st, on Tuesday next week, for them to join us so that they know how much or how to capitalize on the 30 minutes that they can spend with their children, for their children to really grow up and treasure that 30 minutes a day. When we put purpose to it, it becomes more meaningful, because I know no parent does not want to do their best. So just for us to balance it out, just let parents come in high numbers and join us so that we can really clue them up to saying how much can you maximize that little time that you have with your children. Thank you, my coach.
Awesome. Families, you are invited. Parents, you are invited together with your children. Let it be, even if we will be online, let it be a moment of reflection. As the coach will be sharing some nuggets and things, you can hear that, we are talking and I'm just asking few questions. And when she answers, she really, every answer is opening my eyes. And imagine if you are sitting there and she is taking a whole 20 minutes to teach you something without anybody interrupting, asking her questions. She's teaching you something for 20 minutes, something that you will take and apply in your family, in your parenting skills. Let us join in. When you are joining in, I like what she's saying. And I think that, my daughter, when she watches my live sessions, she watches them on TV, and she has put on the notification so that when we go live, then she can see. She watches on TV, and it looks so big and so very nice on TV. It's like we're watching a TV show, So I want to say to you, parents, sit with the whole family, connect your connect your YouTube channel or whatever, connect with us using your TV so that you can see properly and then you can hear properly. My coach, we can't wait. We can't wait for this great day that is coming. And then I know that this is the launch, but there is a program also that we've put together for us. We are so happy. We are so happy that somebody thought about us. Somebody thought about us and our problems and how we are leading our children and how we are impacting our children, positive or negative. Somebody thought about us. So she put together a program. When is this program starting?
My
When is
coach,
it
I am
starting? When can we
excited.
enroll?
I am excited about that one. And I would really, really like everyone who has the date to have our giveaway next week. So, can I please just zip it for now? And we meet on Tuesday and we give out the date together with our gift that we will be giving away to
Mm,
all our audience on Tuesday, so that they can really go through some of the material that we have, so that one can ask themselves to say, do I need this? Don't I need this? Does this lead to growth or
yeah,
not? So we'll
yeah.
be revealing everything
Yes.
next week, Tuesday, my coach. Let everyone
On
invite
Tuesday.
their friends, invite their colleagues, invite their relatives for them to be there. There would be something that they will really go away with, and our programs will be available on discount just for that time, my coach. So let me just pause it there for now.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, my parents, my families, my dear families, there is a gift away. There's something that is valuable that Coach Hope Khoza, the Purposeful Parenting Coach, has for you. What a wonderful person. Wow. We've got a gift that we must come and receive. The gift is for the people that will be attending the that will be attending live. Let's make it clear, my coach, because
Yes,
people
my
must
coach.
know that we are giving away this gift to the people that will be attending live. You need to be live so that we can be able to give you the gift. And unfortunately, we will be able to see who are the people that have attended live. And we want you to also attend this live from beginning to end so that you can get this gift. Attend from the beginning to until we finish so that we can give you this gift. And then coach is going to reveal more things on the day of the launch. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. On the day of the launch, there are gifts and there's a whole lot of other things that will be announced. Don't catch the replay, but please be part of the live session so that you can even ask questions. If you can, if coach is going to open up for questions, you can ask questions and she can give you those insightful answers. I'm pretty much excited that Coach Fulu, when you came to Reign in Your Purpose, you didn't have a hub, you didn't have a coaching program, you didn't have an internationally certified certificate as a coach. You didn't have all of this, and this is what we have produced at Rain in Your Purpose with your hard work, of course, because you can coach people the way you like, but the results, the outcome depend on them. If you were not doing the work, I wouldn't have created the coaching program for you. You created it for yourself. You applied your mind yourself. I was only there as a coach so that you can produce such a program. But you did the work. You did. Some people, they think that the coach will do magic. Oh, just because I have a coach, I'll score that goal. No, you get into the ground. You get into the playing field, and you start playing. You start kicking the ball so that you can score the goal. You can't score the goal when you are sitting down, when you are not working. So you make sure that you work. And I really want to say congratulations to you, my coach. Congratulations. It is quite
Thank
a
you.
journey.
Thank you.
We come from far. And now I know that there is someone that is going to make a difference in this world. I'm not alone making an impact in the lives of other people, but I am birthing other people that will continue to make a difference. And what is nice is that we are all making a difference in different ways. I mean, I don't, I deal with parents, but I don't do parenting. I deal with parents. I show them how to, you see the gold that is hidden within them, take it out, polish it, and begin to, to monetize it. And you are coming here and saying, hey, Coach Mabel, you could be doing all of those things, but what about your behavior as a parent? How is it impacting on your child? So really, my coach, We are looking forward. We are very much excited about this launch. Parents, please invite your friends, let them come in and join us. Coach would like to take some questions. I don't know if you have a question there, but if you do, please, please, please drop it before we close. We don't have in fact, our time is up. Our time just gets finished before time. Hmm? Is it finished before time? Am I correct to say it's finished? It has finished before time. Because we are still having fun here. And now it's like 1 hour. We're supposed to go. Okay, give us a few more minutes. Let's maybe even just 10 minutes or less. I don't know how far we're gonna go, but I want Coach to answer some questions. There is a question that says, how to handle, how does past traumas, past childhood traumas affect our parenting? Coach would love to answer that. Don't go away because I think you would love to hear what she has to say. And I think some of the things she said in her presentation, but she's going to tell us how childhood traumas are affecting our parenting. Yeah, that's that question, my coach. If you can just deal with it before we go.
Okay, my coach. Thank you for that question. It is so important and it is so much relevant because people don't even know or they don't realize certain traumas as traumas. Let me just give an example of saying, growing up being very poor to a point where you lack basic clothing,
Mm,
to a point where you go to school, you are mocked, you are laughed at because of that one jersey that you are wearing, which is as if it's eaten by rats. While it's not eaten by rats, it's because it's torn since it's so old.
mm,
Going to school without shoes, and really no one
mm,
comes to talk to you about such a thing as a trauma because they'll say nothing bad happened to you. But it is a trauma because as a child, you did not choose for you not to have those things. Now, when you
mm,
parent, most likely parents that haven't healed or that haven't grown from that experience are more likely either to overspend on clothing for their children. You find that there's so much clothes for their children, for their children. I mean, let's just give an example that one has a newborn. The newborn would have so many clothes that they would even move to the next size without wearing the ones that are still new. And that will be their childhood or even the way that their child would grow throughout their entire life. They might not have any other thing, but as for clothes, because you feel you do not want your child to go through what you went through. Now, for
yeah.
some, they feel that what I went through has modeled me to wish or to want to work hard. Now, some people, regardless of their financial status, they would not provide for enough clothes to their kids with the motive that I want them to feel the pain that I felt, for them to be motivated to do things
Yeah.
for their own, to be able to afford to work hard so that they can be able to buy the clothes that they need. And I mean, in both instances, people might even have come to say, why doesn't your child have enough clothes, but you are working, don't you have enough money? And they would say, I don't work for clothes. So both are
Mm,
results of traumas. It depends on how the victim has interpreted the trauma. Some become
wow.
overprotective. Some houses are full of
Mm,
clothes. Even if you can build an extra room, they can be filled with clothes only. That is trauma. That one needs attention. I just gave a simple experience which seems to not have so
mm.
much strings attached, but such behaviors are as a result of trauma, my coach. So
Yeah.
one dealing
And
with
we don't
a
even think about it.
no, no. So to just come down to say, how does one deal with it? Firstly, you must firstly discover what your trauma is, how it affected you, the things that you were saying in your heart
Mm,
during the time of the trauma, the things that you promised
yeah.
yourself to say as a parent, I will never let my child go through 1, 2, 3. Now check your behavior. Are you being overprotective regarding that with your children or not? Or are you being too strict with your children because you want to make sure that your children don't go through what you went through? Where else, as parents, we should just really give certain proportion of this and that, because there is need for discipline, there is need for leisure and all that, but there is like that a middle line to say, now if you go towards this side, now you are going overboard. This side, you're a little bit towards the stingy side or the lower side, then the child would not be balanced. And then you must check, am I not allowing the trend to continue? If you are allowing the trend to
Mm,
continue, then you are not dealing with it right.
mm.
Yes, my
Yo,
coach.
yo, 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 breathtaking, breathtaking. The things that we do and we don't know, we don't realize that this behavior of mine is a behavior that shows that I'm still living in the past. I'm in the present now, but I'm living in the past. The things that I am doing now are not informed by now. They are informed by what happened to me in the past. So it's not like I love my children too much that I always buy clothes for them. I always buy clothes for them. It's because of my past. And I don't know. I'm telling myself that I don't want my children to suffer the way I suffered before. And I forgot that wound. I did not get healing on that wound, and I continue with that wound in my parenting journey. Oh yeah, we are learning. We are learning. Whoever thought that that kind of a behavior is connected to my childhood traumas? Hmm? I wouldn't have connected it. I wouldn't have known, which is why I'm encouraging people to visit the parenting hub so that you go check yourself. Go and check yourself. Let Coach follow, check you and tell you, hey, my beloved person, these are the areas that you need to focus on. These are the areas that we need to fix so that we can have a healthy family, have healthy children. And when you have a healthy children, healthy family, we are going to have a healthy marriages, healthy relationships, and healthy nation, healthy communities, and healthy nations. We would like to thank you so very much for joining us. We will appreciate it more if you can join us on Wednesday. And before we go, I'm just going to give Coach to say her last words. But before we go, I want to remind you that tomorrow we are on at 10 a.m. to 11:30. We are on. We will be tackling monetizing your expertise. If you ever clicked the button and you showed interest in monetizing your expertise masterclass, tomorrow is the day. If you contacted me, if you spoke to me on the inbox, I'm sure you have received the information as to how to connect with me on Monetize Your Expertise Masterclass tomorrow. Absolutely free for you. You don't have to pay anything. Just bring yourself, bring your notebook, because I will be sharing a lot of valuable information that will give you a kickstart in monetization. All right, Coach, can you just give us your last words?
Thank you, my coach. Yes, we will be meeting once again tomorrow for that masterclass, and then once again on Tuesday for that launch. And I would like to say to parents that let us make it a mission to love ourselves enough, to love our
Yeah.
children enough, and to really get to
Yes.
a point to say, I wanna break the cycle. And I also want to invite parents that are saying, I don't need help. I don't need help. I
Yes.
am fine. I don't need that service. Please
Mm.
do join us, because some, they don't necessarily have the past to deal with, but they just need an accountability partner on how to
Yes.
deal with behaviors of their children, those which you can
Mm.
see that they are not connected to anything that you did to them. Sometimes our
Yeah.
children have influences from friends, from outside, from their environment. Sometimes it's really absolutely a strange behavior that you see
Yeah.
in your children. And you know that from your side, you have done all that it takes. You have done your best. So you are also invited that do come and join us and do come and see some of the problems that we have, so that you can have that partner that would be holding you accountable, you know, for that parenting journey going forward, my coach, to lessen your frustrations. We are here for that. We are here for you, my coach. So I am highly expectant that people would be there on Tuesday, and they should consider inviting others as well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I like that we're inviting even those that are thinking that they are fine, because sometimes we may be thinking that we are fine, only to find that we are not fine. Just like me, I'm telling myself I'm fine. But as you talk about the things that you're talking about, I'm introspecting. As you're talking about these things, I'm like, I'm checking myself and saying, yeah, 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 yeah. Wow. And I'm thinking about when my child was at vet. I didn't want her to run short of money. Nothing. I was giving her awesome, awesome pocket money. And then if she says, oh, that money was not enough, and then I couldn't do my hair, I was not able to do my hair, the money was not enough, I'm going to make sure that she does her hair. You know, now as you are talking, I'm reflecting, I'm like, okay, what was informing that kind of behavior? And in my life, when I went through that setback in life, my heart was so painful that I didn't want my daughter to go through this kind of life. You understand? So indeed, we need to introspect, and to think that you are perfect is very wrong. If you're thinking that you are perfect, you are okay, is very wrong. You always need to check and see where you need help, introspect, and you will never find perfection. You will always find that there are little things here and there that need some fixing. So please do that for yourself, because if you help yourself, you help your children as well. And little did you know that when you do that, helping yourself and your children, you are helping the rest of the community and the whole nation. So let's meet
Mm.
on Wednesday, not Wednesday, sorry,
Tuesday,
on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Let us meet there. Coach has got a wonderful, wonderful session that she's going to give us, and we are looking forward. It's going to be awesome. And we want to thank you so much for joining us. And we thank you in advance for joining us on Tuesday. Would really love you to be there. And don't come alone, come with your friends, please, because that is the big day for my beloved coach. She wants to share with you and show you what is actually in the purposeful parenting program, so that you can see if it's going to benefit you or not. But from what she's been saying already, I know that all of us parents will benefit from working with her. Please don't forget to follow her on Facebook. She is my coach. Just tell us on Facebook.
Facebook. Okay, my coach, on Facebook, Purposeful Khoza. On YouTube, Coach Hope Khoza. And those are the platforms that we'll be using. Just for more feed, you can even find me on TikTok. TikTok is Coach Hope Khoza, as well. Facebook is Fulupero Khoza. So I am expecting to see more of those. And even if people have questions, they can still post them after this, and we might have time to tackle them on Tuesday. Maybe that might be the
Yes.
last time, I don't know, where we would be really tackling questions for
Yes.
free. Ah, so let people really take advantage of that, and we will do our best to give you insightful and absolutely helpful advice, my coach.
Definitely, and I'm sure that people can see value in this already. There's value in this, and I believe that there's no one who's thinking that this is not valuable. There's so much value in the 2 sessions that we had virtually. You have shared amazing, amazing stuff. So there is so much value in this, and we are looking forward to seeing everybody that is needed, that you have explained that you need them on Wednesday. People, we want to thank you so very much for being with us tonight. God bless you. And bring those questions for my coach on Tuesday. Whatever question that you have. I mean, she's been presenting, and you probably know that you have some questions that you want her to answer. Bring those questions. She will tackle them during the launch. Thank you so very much for joining us. Have a blessed, blessed night. Thank you very much, my coach, for sharing such gems and insights with us. May the Lord bless Purposeful Parenting uh, Coaching and the program, the Purposeful Parenting Hub. May the Lord bless you. May you produce great parents that are going to help us to bring children that are free of the social ills of this world. This is a powerful, powerful mission that God has given you. And we pray that you may be able to be visible to those families that are needing you, and that they should be able to find you. And before I can even drop this, my coach, please, oh no, I'll talk to you off camera about about this one. Okay, my coach. Blessed people, have a blessed night. We love you very much. We are Purpose Conversations, a community of highly driven entrepreneurs and leaders. This Purpose Conversations is powered by Rain in Your Purpose Academy. And we thank you for joining us tonight. God bless you. Have a beautiful, beautiful one. See you on